good to be here. Thank you to the Breakout Project for giving us this opportunity. About 9 years ago, my wife is a medical doctor. She trained as a foreign medical doctor in Nigeria. So most times she was always on call. And we were looking for a place for my daughter to, like a crèche. We couldn't find any that was suitable where we were staying. So we had this house help who was helping take care of my daughter whenever my wife goes to work. And over time, her friends, my wife's friends, started bringing their own kids to help take care of them. And then they suggested, why don't you guys start a crèche, since this help that you have is doing a very good job. So we got an apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment. And the kids started growing. We got another apartment. And then before we knew it, in about 2 or 3 years, we had 5 different apartments within the same compound. And then the next thing we knew, it expanded because the parents insisted they wanted us to have an elementary school that the kids could attend. So this gave me an insight into the challenges facing education in Nigeria. There are times you come to school and kids are supposed to be taught and there's no teacher because the teachers don't care. So I started looking at the situation and I realized it wasn't about my school. It was the situation in most other schools in the country. By the way, in Nigeria, most of the government schools have kind of collapsed in terms of infrastructure, so most people have lost faith in government. They rely on private schools, and unfortunately, most of the private schools that are available, they are the low-cost private schools. So when I came to Canada in 2012, I knew that I wanted to do something different. I used to work in a bank in Nigeria. I did consultancy work, but that experience that I had, being exposed to the challenges in the industry, made me know that this is my life's mission. I wanted to do something related to education. And then I looked at the whole space and then looked at my experience as a school operator and the challenges facing the industry. I knew that the most critical outcome for effecting change in the performance of students is actually the teachers. Today, the situation is not isolated to Nigeria. There are, by 2030, the UNESCO is projecting that there will be a shortage of 69 million teachers. The biggest challenge is in sub-Saharan Africa, which Nigeria is like 20% of the whole population. Now, the sub-Saharan Africa is also the part of the world that is rapidly growing in terms of fertility rate. Is the fastest growing part of the world. And this is the part of the world that has the least ability to cope with teachers. So I look around the situation, I see students with poor learning outcomes. I see parents who are very frustrated. They don't see a way out for their kids. I see the government with scarce resources. They don't have the ability to cope with the situation. Everybody heaps the blame on the teacher as if the teachers are supposed to perform magic. But the teachers need tools, so the teachers are frustrated. So everybody's talking about Sustainable Development Goal 4, Sustainable Development Goal 5, but we need resources to make this happen. Governments don't have it, and my team at 1 Million Teachers decided we were going to do something about it. So what we want to do is to, unlike the traditional training institution for teachers, we want to train teachers in a way that they are motivated every stage of their learning. They are very, very motivated and they want to continue to learn. And how do we intend to do this? By gamifying the whole learning experience and ensuring that at every stage as the teacher begins to advance in their learning, they get rewarded for their efforts and they become role models and inspiration to other teachers who are coming up, and then they become magnets that attract other teachers into the profession. Ultimately, where we're going with this project is to have a situation where the school owners, the teachers, the parents, and the students themselves. They are involved in evaluating the teachers. And that is how we want to reward them, because we think that if we don't address the motivation need for the teachers, it's very unlikely that any training is going to succeed. A lot of people talk about, yeah, they need training, but in where I know, in sub-Saharan Africa, most of the teachers do not care about the training. They don't give a damn. Even when you send them on training, they really are interested in what refreshments are going to be served, or how much stipend are they going to get put in their pocket. So the only way for us to do this is to make sure that we address the motivation aspect of it, and then to ensure that these teachers become inspiration to other teachers, and we show them that there is actually a pathway. If we succeed in doing this, the kids will be better for it. They would have the kind of opportunity that my kid and the kids that most of you have here, that they have, and that would set them off for future prosperity. But we know that we can't do it alone. 1 million teachers is a very big project. We need every one of you. We need your support to help us get there. So we want to train 1 million in 365 days. We are going to need technologists. We are going to need content writers. We are going to need all manners of resources, graphic designers. And we think that using this platform, the Breakout Project has been amazing so far. And we think that with this opportunity that we have in this 48 hours to push our story, for you to advocate for us, we will be able to make it happen. And we will come back in 365 days and say, yeah, we've done a very good job. So in order to support us, please go to our link on the Breakout Project tab, and for 1 million teachers, give us support, tell your friends. Thank you very much.